Today's horoscope and tarot from Astro Academy, Cancer, March 18, 2022. The moon spends the day in your sector of work, health, and duties, encouraging your interest in straightening out your life. However, the sun is moving into alignment with Jupiter in your solar house of joy and creativity, opening you up to enjoying yourself more fully. It's about your heart's desire or heartfelt endeavors, passions, and loves. If you are doing something creative, it's bound to be spirited. You can see benefits to romantic matters. It's also a time for feeling especially optimistic and possibly quite passionate and creative. There is a larger-than-life element to your feelings and desires today and tomorrow. Self-expression, personal magnetism, and confidence are themes. You might awaken to hidden or dormant talents. Getting your fitness on before a night out on the town? You're a whole mood, and your love life is no exception these days. This is especially true when considering Jupiter-Neptune in Pisces, bringing expansion and magical inspiration to your romantic fifth house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression. Although, with today's moon transiting through warrior-like Aries and your health-conscious sixth house of daily routines, chances are you're some time to invest in yourself, even if that means putting your notifications on silent for the time being. However, be sure to check your messages, as Mars-Venus will continue to charge up your interpersonal exchanges. Work with your favorite colleague today. As the Sun in Pisces sextiles Uranus in Taurus, you may feel inspired to team up. The Sun motivates your desire to indulge in your creativity and imagination, while Uranus is shaking up your professional commitments. So, you may find a unique way to go about your obligations. You could also pair up with an unlikely coworker or client to execute something truly magical. Whatever you do, go into it with a hopeful perspective. The lovely sextile is perfect for having fun with your projects and coworkers. Even the money gods are behind a call to have your work rather than your money hat on today. With the moon returning to your financial sector early next week, money matters can wait, while the moon's last visit to your work sector before the sun returns is just what untapped income potential has been waiting for. Today is all about trusting your gut on the job front. If your boss is driving you nuts, make fun plans for after work to blow off steam. Throw the stress into the recycling bin and head for a karaoke bar. You may hit a wall today. That is, whatever you are trying your hardest to accomplish could reach a climax of some kind. Maybe you will break through, maybe you will break down. Be prepared to meet the challenge or the celebration with a steady grasp on reality. Be especially attentive to your needs while you work. Drinking water throughout the day is a must. Examine your desk chair and computer setup. Is it ergonomically correct? These kinds of considerations will steer you toward greater awareness of what's to come. Knowing when to call it a day and relax for a while can be challenging for you on this day. Given your energetic and ambitious nature, the added charge from the dedicated and hard-working day should see you going like nobody's business. The question of whether or not you will get things accomplished today is not an issue. But whether or not you'll take care of yourself by balancing things out after hours can be. Make plans for some down time too. The moon is not only already in your relationship sector ahead of tomorrow's full moon, but is already making its presence felt, as it finds itself in the wrong place at the right time. Before the moon can clash with the sun in Pisces tomorrow, it clashes with Mercury here today, stress testing a balance between your personal and relationship needs. However, not only is Mercury the planet of communication, but the moon's friendly aspect to planets in your communication sector was always going to give you the support to give anything exposed a voice. While the moon won't clash with the sun to create a full moon that will see your personal and relationship needs clash until tomorrow, it is already in your relationship sector and is already making its presence felt. While a clash with Mercury could create some tension, as the planet of communication he was always going to use this to get the communication lines open. A friendly aspect to planets in your communication sector will make this even easier. Your tarot reading for today. Strength, the Fool and the Chariot. You will find yourself involved in a game of seduction with a man. He is older than you and at first contact will try to seduce you with simple words and knowing smiles. You will need to show restraint, to give things time and not get carried away. In love, time is a good ally because it gives you the distance you need to analyze your feelings and see whether they want to be part of something long-term or not. The first days of a romance always feel like you are being submerged in a wave of emotion and you no longer see what is happening around you. You lose touch with reality and at such times it is easy to make a bad decision, to get on the wrong path. In the next few days of April this game of seduction will start and you'll quickly get besotted by these exchanges and feel your heart beating when you receive a message from him. You won't be able to wait to answer and your exchanges will take wing. The only thing left to decide is whether to continue with this person or not. Because be careful, you'll quickly get used to this game and you should not let this relationship spoil other aspects of your life that you like. If you are currently in a relationship, you need to learn to set limits in order to protect yourself. If not, you should be wary of this man's intentions and ensure they are sound. The cards you have drawn are auspicious for the future and herald a prosperous period full of happiness and success. It seems that if you want to achieve things in your personal and love life over the coming weeks, you have all the cards you need in your hand. Our eyes in the sky. Look for small blessings, magical moments, and unexpected opportunities for financial gain right now, though there's no telling how big or small these payouts will be. In honor of these vibes, you might want to do something nice for someone you care about to help propel the thrill of this cosmic climate. While things could be delightfully unpredictable early on, you'll want to stay grounded by focusing on small tasks and duties throughout the remainder of the day. Communicative Mercury and expansive Jupiter face off in the sky tonight, which could cause you to feel overwhelmed or as though too many people are vying for your attention. The prospect of change and the work that goes with it could also feel like a daunting challenge to take on, which is exactly why breaking things into smaller, more digestible steps should be a priority. It's also important to remember that it's okay to step back from your responsibilities for a bit, especially if you're feeling highly stressed or tightly wound. Use this time to decompress, and try not to have unreasonable expectations for yourself or those around you. Emotional territory is rarely ever streamlined to a point of complete confidence, and the Virgo moon tends to see us waxing critical, overly judgmental of our own flaws or others' actions. Uranus in trine helps us to lighten up. At this juncture, we perceive that life is full of unpredictable twists and turns. What matters isn't how well we anticipate the unexpected, but how we rise to those occasions with a willingness to do what must be done. In this way, there is less pressure to be perfect and more of a willingness to go with the flow and see to matters as they arise. This is a great occasion to break away from habitual and debilitating performance anxiety.